Donna writes, my husband and I have recently started doing a 16-8. We stop eating at 8 p.m. and start again at 12 p.m. So far, it's not hard at all, and I'm hoping this will lead to weight loss. Right now, I'm just focusing on doing a 16-8, but listening to your videos about OMAD, I'm keeping that on a back burner as a maybe in the future, and only by gradually working up to it. Could you tell me what you eat for your one meal? Do you think you eat as many calories as you would if you were eating 2 meals a day? And do you aim to eat X amount of fresh vegetables and fruit, or do you just eat whatever you want with no goal of eating X amount of healthier foods? At this point, losing weight is the healthiest thing I could do for my body, but I do desire to eat leafy greens and fresh fruits along with the rest. Thanks for your help. So, okay, Donna, I think that's a great question. And again, I eat all the food. That was my main kind of goal in the beginning, was to figure out how can I continue to eat all the foods I love and still lose weight and maintain a healthy weight. I tend to try to shy away from saying, certain things are healthy or not healthy, because a lot of people get very opinionated about these things, and that's fine, but I just don't have an opinion about it. I mean, I eat things like rice and beans. Like you were asking, what are some examples of foods that I eat? Like for my OMAD, I might sit down and have beans and rice, and I'll eat as much as I want of that. And a lot of times I put mayonnaise in there too because I'm a Southerner, but or we'll have like cheese and sour cream and do like taco bowls or something like that. We have tacos, or we have spaghetti and meatballs, and I eat the food and I eat however much I want at the meal. Sometimes that looks like 2 plates full of food, and it's like a smaller kind of dinner plate. It's not the big ones, it's just a smaller dinner plate, but other nights it might be something like boneless, skinless chicken thighs and roasted vegetables. I just, or one thing I really love is having breakfast for dinner. So like fried eggs and turkey bacon and like toast and maybe grits or something like that. I mean, these are just the types of things I eat. There's no real like meal plan at all. It's just, what looks good to me. Do I try to eat vegetables? I mean, I just eat whatever I want to eat. I think everybody kind of gets on kicks from time to time. Like sometimes there's a lot of salad in my life, and then other times it's like, wow, we're eating a lot of pasta lately. I just don't worry about it very much. I just don't. I know that's not the way everybody feels about, proper nutrition or whatever, but that's what works for me in my life, because again, like you, I know about myself that in the past when I've tried to be really strict on those things and try to, quote unquote, eat healthfully, I was obese. And the thing that I believe is the most healthy for me is to not be obese and to stay at a healthy weight and to just, try to do my best with, eating the foods that are making me feel the best. And I think that is a very individual thing. So I would encourage you to eat however you want to eat. And, again, with OMAD, it's a little bit trickier because sometimes, especially with like, if you're eating a lot of fiber, it can be a tricky thing to eat enough food so that you are full the next day. I've just found, like certain meals like rice and beans, for example, I can feel really full at my meal, and sometimes even almost overly full, and I'll think, oh, did I overeat? But then the next day I'm hungry because I just didn't eat enough at that meal. So it's kind of a thing you have to play with and try to figure out, and I think everybody's different. Again, it really depends on what you're eating, and you just have to play with it. Now, as far as how many calories, do I think I'm eating, fewer calories at doing 1 meal a day as I would 2 meals a day? I think it's pretty equivalent, and I base that on a couple of things. I don't count the calories, but I can tell you from experience, when I compare, how I eat at OMAD versus how I eat, doing like 2 meals a day, it's pretty equivalent in the amounts of food. Like if I eat 2 meals a day, well then at supper time I'm just not as hungry, so I don't eat as much. Whereas if I'm eating just 1 meal, then I'm pretty hungry at that 1 meal. And I've talked to a lot of people that have that same experience where it's like when they eat 2 meals a day, that works really well for them, because what they've found sometimes with OMAD is they almost get too hungry, and so by the time they get to that 1 meal, they're kind of ravenous, and they have a hard time with just stopping when they're full. Whereas if they just do 2 meals a day, they have much better control. So I think it's a very individual kind of thing. So I would encourage you to just experiment and see what works for you. So Donna, I wish you and your husband success on your weight loss journey. If you're having trouble getting started on your weight loss journey, check out my Slow and Steady Success Academy. You can subscribe to the entire course collection, which includes monthly access to my flagship course, Intermittent Fasting for Weight Loss 101, which is the course on intermittent fasting that I wish I would have had when I first heard about it. You'll also get access to courses about mindset and maintenance and weight tracking. My goal with each course is to teach you how to lose weight sustainably and keep it off for the rest of your life. Come join the Academy today.